You've got a hat on.
I do, mate, and this hat won't leave my head for the next 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months, depending on my hair growth. Yesterday was one of those days where you go, this is just going to be a shitty one.
Yeah.
This is going to be a real bad one for old Goz. Start with a haircut. I knew not to cheat on my barber. Lesson learned to everyone out there, don't cheat on your barber. I knew that, and I still went and cheated. I feel like a dirty, dirty boy. Sat in the shower, cold shower for what felt like an eternity, just with filth all over me.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? What are my options? Do I shave it? Do I not? Here's YouTube. Have a look at this YouTube. That's what we're dealing with. How bad's that? So I don't know what the options are here. You wanted to get the dusty out today on me, and that's just absolutely not happening.
Well, I mean, given the fact that he carved in a right forward pocket, I feel like...
Why is Eddie Betts' pocket on my head?
So I tried to figure it out. So you've got a bit of a natural cowlick there anyway, but he's cut into it, which is just...
Thank you so much. What's a cowlick?
So not everyone, but a lot of people have a natural curve, essentially.
Okay.
Like in their hair. And that's where yours is.
Yeah.
But he's just
got, it was
made
personal.
it a real dog's breakfast.
Yeah, it was very personal. I knew when he was halfway through the cut, when I went to this random barber,
Yep.
I knew halfway through, it clicked for me. He doesn't know what he's doing. And now I have to sit there in this.
Yeah. With the barber, this is always a real big tell. Out the front, did it have the old school?
No, lollipops.
Yeah, didn't have that?
Nah.
Okay.
He didn't speak a lick of English though. Italian.
Well, I mean, you'd imagine they'd be able to do a short back and sides, wouldn't
No, I'll
you?
never go to Italy again. If I go to Italy, I'll be on a mission to try and burn down every barber that exists there.
Really?
Yeah, I'm off them. I'm off
poor
them completely.
bugger.
Play the sting. I want to get out of here and shave this head.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I'm bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got a line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? It dips him. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. We are going to, get ourselves up and about now after that really dull, sad intro. It was a tough day for me yesterday, as you've heard. Thank you for listening as well. Didn't say that at the start, did I?
No.
No, thanks for listening,
No.
guys. We've gone past 1 million. Lost my manners along the way. So thank you for listening, everyone. Yesterday, bad day for Goz. Bad day. Had the haircut situation, which everyone seemed to enjoy. And really, for me, it was a PR move. Get in front of it.
Sure.
Just smart. I sent it to you first. You were the first person I sent it to.
And I said, look, that's not great.
Well, you're a bit harsher than that. You said that is the worst haircut you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, and
It is.
no, you were right to come to me first, and we had the chat, and we said we got to get on the front foot here.
PR.
Yep, PR, and we are a PR machine.
We are.
And I felt like it was dealt with well.
The best case scenario
Yeah.
with what we're dealing with here.
Yep.
Yeah. Because the worst thing I could do is get on here and pretend like nothing happened.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'd sit here like a half-chewed minty and everyone go, hold on.
Could you imagine the YouTube comments
Oh,
if you didn't address it?
YouTube, if you're not on YouTube watching it or even going through the comments, they don't miss you on YouTube. And very insightful on YouTube. Very funny people out there. So thank you for everyone on YouTube.
I love it, but I also that frustrates me about the YouTube community is that they can then fill you in of things you've missed throughout the episode that I thought, I've got away with. It's just for me and the listeners, and then everyone feels the need to go, you know.
Like the 36 thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, well, as I said to you, if a player gets 36 disposals, I'm just always going to use that quote.
Well, hopefully no one does it again. Should be legal to get 36.
Yeah.
Someone also said, when we're doing the Celine Dion, do you believe in love? I was actually sure.
Yes,
but she did an impersonation.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought that was her song.
No.
I thought it was her song.
No.
So we had yesterday, licking the wounds of the haircut. Also, just a bad day all around. So before the bad haircut, I want to get the car. Here's my day yesterday, guys. Probably top 3 worst days. Worst one was getting drafted to the Suns.
Yeah.
Second worst was getting sacked from Blues.
Yeah.
Third worst day of my life. So started off with the car's dirty. Had a massive, just a huge, probably assumed some kind of hawk or maybe a human-sized shit on my bonnet. Maybe it was a human that just shit on my bonnet.
How big do you reckon hawks shit?
Oh man, they're pretty big. Have you seen them?
No, surely they're...
Look it up.
Okay.
So that starts like, okay, great. I just have to get my car washed. I'm not going to drive around Melbourne with a huge just bog on my car.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the car wash, and as soon as I get there, the guy goes, "Oh my God, it's you." I said, "Okay, here we go. We're about to turn into Crazy Town. About to take an absolute left turn into Weirdoville."
Yep.
He goes, "Oh my God, it's you. What are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh man, you won't believe it. I think someone took a shit on my bonnet." He goes, "That is a pretty big shit." I'm not doing the accent anymore. It's pretty racist. Actually, I think about it. Ignore that. So I was like, "Yeah, someone took a shit." He said, without an accent, "Yeah, that's a pretty big shit."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, well, can we please do something about this?" He goes, "Hey, you're going so well this year. Like, do you reckon the boys make finals?" I was like, "Oh, I think so. Like maybe. Like I don't think we'll go like much further than that. Like pretty risky actually. Might be not even in the finals." He goes, "That's really interesting coming from you because you guys have been pretty good the last few weeks." I was going, "Oh, probably no, not really. Like not at all actually." He goes, "Nah. Don't sell yourself short." I was like, okay, I walked away, thought nothing of it, came back an hour and a half later. He goes, hey, I just got my friend on the phone. You might have a chat to him.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Weirdoville's calling.
It's happening.
I get on the phone and he goes, "Hey, look, I told you it's him." And the guy on the phone goes, "Hey, mate, that's not Aaron Norton. That's Daniel, that's Daniel Gorringe." So this poor bloke thought I was Aaron Norton for this whole time. And here I am going, nah, man, like probably not finals. Just could have sent the doggies' hopes and dreams down in flames with that guy and his family and friends.
Had you already had the haircut by this stage?
No, it's a pre-haircut. And even still.
It wasn't that long, was it?
No, it wasn't that long. There's similar features though. So that's how the day started. Then I rolled in, I shook that off, went to the barber and just got my shit mixed by the barber, come out looking like a half-drop lasagna. And I get home, I get into my safe haven, I put a beanie on, I put a hat on, I put all these layers on. I'm in my safe space and the dog comes over and he's like doing this half like squat thing, like just, you know when they go to poo and they drop their bums and they walk kind of weirdly?
Yep.
He's done that and I go, here we go. Something else has happened here.
Yep.
Burst anal gland. Dog's got a burst anal gland.
Oh, damn.
Got to go outside now again. Great. So I had to take him to the vet. And the vet was like, yeah, his anal gland is clearly bursting. I said, I know that. I can see it. It's grape coming out of his ass.
Yeah.
So now he's dealing with that. Just a horrible day. And we're at the vet because, I have my issues as well.
You said,
I said,
would
hey,
you mind?
I looked around and said, there's no dogs here.
Yeah.
Also got something pretty similar. Might look at it.
There's one very big dog.
And she was like, no, that haircut's horrible. Get out of here. So we left. Bad day for me. Bad
what
day.
a shocker, you poor bugger.
I'm down right now, but we'll fight out of it. We'll swing.
And
How
then,
you going?
mate, I'm great. Well, I was just going to say, and then you had to eyeball these
then
beautiful
this
bits of
happened.
merch.
Is that in? Do I get this for the camera? Is it on camera?
Yep. Okay. Dan is just getting a piece of merchandise for the camera.
We have merch available right now.
Yep.
It is available right now. It's come in. You're wearing one of the merch pieces, probably your favourite piece, I'd
I
say.
am absolutely wearing my favourite piece.
You want to run us through it? But hold on, before you run us through it,
Yep.
I just want everyone to know that when we talked about this, I vetoed against it. And I said, no, absolutely not.
Yep.
And now we're rolling with it.
I thought 6 months ago when we started this show, I didn't know you even, and I thought I'd maybe chime in with a bit of yes, no, maybe, a bit of well done, a bit of this is the temperature today kind of job.
Stop being racist.
And now I'm officially Big Ollie and you're officially Little Dan. And as you flip this jump around, we've got a brilliant little bit of cartoon action from Dave's Footy Cartoons. Check him out on Instagram. It's very, very funny. So I'm standing up in the big Saints gear, looking all suave. I look a bit cocky. I've got the eyebrows up and the sunglasses on, and you're just leaning up against me in your little ways.
Yeah, the best thing about it is it says Big Ollie and Little Dan next to the characters, which we wouldn't know who's who, just looking at it without it. So that is now online and available. You can go and get that. You can also go and get, that one is definitely in camera.
Yep.
Dan does Footy Love Heart. And we also have, while we're at it, these in black and I think it's a marble grey. Yeah, it's marble grey.
2024 Dan does Football Club Melbourne,
V1,
Australia.
debut season, that's all yours. So that's all online right now. 48-hour flash sale. Now the cuts we spoke about.
Yes.
If you got the merch before, you'd notice it was a bit streetweary, bit
Sure.
oversized.
Yep.
This one we highly recommend. If you do want it a bit baggier, go up a size.
Well, you've told me I'm unfortunately wearing a 2XL, which is a wake-up call.
Yeah, but it fits as a.
But it fits perfectly.
Okay, so
it
you're-
probably fits me like a large would.
Okay, cool. So let's make it easy for everyone. You're 5'4", and
So I'm 5'10",
Yep.
coming in at 79 kilos.
you normally wear a.
I would normally wear an XL if I wanted a baggy fit, but
Yep.
if I wanted a tighter fit, I'd go large.
They are.
There's your reference point.
Do that. I'm 6. It's quite big actually. I'm 6'8", 6'7", 6'8".
Just Google that.
200 centimeters, 110 kilos, and I opt for a 2XL.
Yeah.
So go for it. 48 hours. We're doing it. Once 48 hours are done, it's not coming back. Like the little Ollie Big Dan is definitely not coming back. So
Well-
go on there now. It's available right now when you get to your office, when you get to your work site, whenever you get a moment in between whatever you're doing.
Yep.
Jump on the website. It'll all be there. 48 hours. Then it's done.
I love it.
Thank you. What else is happening here? Oh, yep, talking about that shit haircut I got. Oh, this is great. During our shit haircut exchange, you said, oh, I've just been doing a bit of digging. You've gone through your DMs. And it was great, isn't it?
Well, what I didn't realize happens with Instagram, and a lot of people out here wouldn't know, but when you get 10,000 followers, what happens is then all the message requests go to a completely different folder. So
Yep.
I was still getting the requests, and I could choose to see them or not.
Yeah.
But after 10, they don't come through. So I went, slow down a bit. So I'll go over. Here's the good stuff.
Because it stops, that it goes brackets 9+.
Yes, correct.
And that's when you know you've got more than 10.
Yeah. Well, yeah, correct. Well done. And it was an absolute treat in there. So many Adelaide Hills
Yeah, great.
middle fingers. And I
Great.
thank you.
Keep doing it.
Because I was feeling a bit flat about the fact that I think I maybe saw one, on the weekend.
You said you had little.
I was like, oh, well,
No one's getting around it.
maybe they're,
Off us.
agreeing with me,
Yeah.
if anything.
Entitled.
But no, they're all there.
Great.
They're all there.
So put a collage.
Yeah, we'll do a collage by the end of the year for sure. But the best thing I got in there was there was a girl who went to a footy function on the weekend, and she said, "You'll never guess who is the special guest." It was Stephen Milne.
Melanie, tip rat.
And she said, "Don't worry, I've listened to the podcast and I've just made him follow you."
Oh my God. What
And I didn't see that he had in the throes of the weekend that was, the St Kilda victory. Milndog 44 is
Dipper.
officially a follower.
Wow.
It was a massive moment.
Big time.
He is by far my favourite player of all time.
Yeah.
By a country mile.
I mean, he had a few speed humps off field, but on field, he was good.
But if I focus on what got me into footy in the first place, it was Stephen Milne.
A great player. Great man. Went back to local footy and dominated for a long time there.
Yeah, Bo Morris.
Boy Morris.
Yep.
I think he was at Rory Alec as well.
Yep. He
was
just,
there.
honestly, seeing that 44 when he had longer hair as well, when he kicked 11 against Brisbane, I remember at the Gabba, he was leading goal scorer for the Saints for quite a few years as well. Like,
He was
I
great.
adore
Yeah.
him as a footballer.
So
And,
life's going
yeah.
pretty well. You've had a good day yesterday.
Well, yesterday was good.
You
Yeah.
should shave your head.
Oh, it's just not. Well, there was someone who said that. We're not.
Yeah.
He said we're not 16 anymore. Get a haircut. And I went, don't know what you want from me. I've already booked in for my second layer of balayage on the 23rd.
Oh, you
so-
on again?
Yeah, going
Yeah,
more
like
blonde.
that. I like it.
More blonde.
What else I want to talk about? Tip rat. Oh, yes, you. Talking about how when we close our eyes and we think about Ollie, what do we think if you had to ask people, what do you think they know about you? What would be screaming at them?
That they definitely know. As
That
in
they
things we've
would
spoken
know,
about.
yeah. We've spoken
Okay,
about.
Saints fan, Tasmanian, probably. Harry Potter, maybe dance.
Yeah.
That's come up a few
okay,
times.
Yeah.
And just sort of like pretty cool, interesting.
I wouldn't have said that
style.
one. No.
Style.
I would have said 420 off your tree.
Okay.
I also would have said doesn't mind his back getting scratched.
Go
in
on.
the terms of freebies or definitely ticketing.
Yes.
So what I've done for you,
Here we go.
I've created an Ollie's back scratching PO box. So if you're out there and you want to send Ollie something that maybe promotes something you're doing with your business or anything else like that, because you know you love a freebie, you definitely love a freebie. You love free tickets. In fact, you love leveraging tickets against other tickets.
We go, well, Carlton said this, so what have you got, Port?
So if you've got something that you think Ollie might like or just something you want to send him, we're going to put the PR box in our description in our bio. We'll put a story up. And in the next 3-4 weeks, we'll do a vlog and see how much your back has been scratched by people. Promoting stuff for them, obviously, but also we know that you like this stuff.
I like this
Adelaide
stuff.
United set up some stuff as well. Some merch.
Did they really?
They did. I haven't sent it to you. That's your red thing over there. I've seen this bag.
Oh, I love Adelaide United. Oh, this is like Christmas.
That's yours.
This is so...
What was that little red sweater?
Oh, mate. See? This is all worth not being paid for this show.
See, this is all worth being locked up in the dungeon for. A little bit of food every now and then. So that's from Adelaide United.
Adelaide United, you've got me for the A-League season.
Well, that's what I said to him. I said, you send us some stuff and we'll get right around you. So around them for the A-League season, which I don't know when that starts.
A couple of months. You just, Adelaide United, as your number one ticket holder unofficially, I'm so sorry about Dan there. That's poor.
No, I'll get around him hard. I definitely will.
Who are you going for in the netball grand final this weekend?
So many teams to pick from.
So you got
so many teams.
Vixens,
Thunderbirds,
and the Thunderbirds.
That was stab in the dark.
And it's in Adelaide.
Oh, now we know that the Thunderbirds, they love their home deck. Mm-hmm. We've won many games there this year on the home deck. On the
Vixens,
soil.
beautiful story. Away from home though, it'll be tough.
Before we pick one here, is this an angle for you for ticketing?
No, because it's in Adelaide. So I'm not going.
Surprise me. Give me the Thunderbirds over there.
Nice, like it.
Yeah. Who you players a note?
No, not.
Fair enough. But wait, we'll get around it. We'll watch it. I had another thing for you as well. What was it? Ollie, your back scratching. So yes. Here we go. So I think what we want to do here is we want to expand in different areas. It is Dan does footy at the moment, but again, it's everyone does footy and it's you does footy. Like we need to spread our wings and fly. So I've taken some courses to upskill myself.
Okay.
They're on the golf course.
Sure.
So I'm going to try and somehow bring that back into the show. And I thought, what could Ollie do? Lo and behold, when I was on LinkedIn the other day, and there was a 6-week player management course. And I said, okay, let's get into the player management space. I have signed you up for a 6-week player management course.
You haven't,
I have. With a great teacher, Ricky Nixon. Now, sure, things they went a little bit pear-shaped, but at the top, he was very, very good. And you're telling me 6 weeks and you become a player manager? Yeah. Tassie's coming in. I'm thinking we could make some money off this thing. You could go home. You could recruit. You say, I'm from here. Look how things have turned out for me. The tip rat follows me.
Have you actually?
Yes.
Okay.
It's online, though.
Oh, it's online.
So it's better.
In 6 weeks,
you'll be a player manager.
I can just sit at home on the laptop and I'm a qualified player agent.
And yeah, exactly. Pretty much you can sign players. You can, I think this is a new career path for you. Your maths is already pretty good. Be a lot of players out there who'll be on $3,000 instead of 300. Yeah. But that's okay.
Over 10 years. Poor bonus. And
they've all signed
to the Saints.
Simple mistake. But you're keen to do that?
I'm more keen to do it now that I know that it's online. Because I'm uncomfortable, I'll be honest, with RN and what he's done some.
We had the footies. He signed the footies. Remember the Melbourne D's won the flag in 2021 and then sold the footies.
Yeah,
I think he was rolling around a van giving out COVID jabs, wasn't he?
He absolutely was in South Melbourne, back of a van.
Can't do that.
You just can't do it.
So illegal to do that. So that's where I'm at with you, mate. Also, just on the YouTube stuff, you spoke about how people are picking us up on things. The share thing we said. I said for the grand final entertainment, I want a jet. And I was like, I don't think they've done that. I think we both said that they haven't done that. Mate, they have. 07. And it was a train wreck. Do you remember it at all? Anyone who remembers 07 grand final?
I remember the grand final, but I don't remember the performance.
The performance was just not it.
How did they stuff up? Like, what was so bad about it?
I'll play it for you. I don't know if we can, probably. Yeah, we can play it.
Play a little bit of it?
We'll play some of it. So this is, I think you guys will pick up when it starts going a bit off track.
Okay.
I'll start off by saying, actually, before I play it, that they played a backing track. They didn't play their instruments.
Oh, Jets.
And that's, if history tells us anything about bands, there's always going to be a small percentage for disaster.
Yep.
Always. And then mid this, the audio stops for a bit. And you'll know when things go a bit pear-shaped here.
Let's have a listen.
Here we go. Everything's going pretty well. They're not playing these instruments, by the way. Here we go. Just if I know there's no vision of that. Oh, there is on YouTube, but not here for YouTubers to see right now. After this, maybe go watch it. You see the lead singer of Jet look and shake his head and go, "This is a disaster." How bad is that?
Oh, that's so disappointing. I love
know.
Jet too. That was really
so
bad.
flat, and I wanted them. I'm thinking crazy idea here. Our grand final party at the Beverly. I don't know how much it would cost us. I don't know what's in our bank account. I think it would be a lot of money, but maybe as like we angle it as hey, 07 wasn't great. It's 2024. One song redemption grand final performance. Just roll in, play, roll over DJ, then bounce out of there.
Dan, you have said some great ideas, but that is your absolute best.
I'm going to text her him.
The only thing, I'm looking at their dates.
Oh,
They start a tour on the 3rd
I swear it's in
of
Italy.
October in Europe, but this could be the perfect...
Pull them out of the tour.
No, it could be the perfect curtain raiser.
Something. Oh, yeah, true. It's before.
And, I don't know, worst case scenario, a pre-recorded performance.
Yeah. I mean, I would be asking, hey, guys, given 07 happened, I really do feel a little bit uncomfortable with you asking me to play a backing track. I'd rather you just play the instruments because you're very good at them.
Maybe just do an acoustic version.
Yeah, just one like redemption gig. We'll suss. We're going to go away and we'll talk to their
That's
people and
great.
say,
I love
hey,
that.
look, we'll set up your whatever you want. We'll help you set up. One song, it's 3 minutes 40.
Yeah.
Get out of there after that.
Wouldn't it be great to do a music festival just on redemption AFL Grand Final performances?
Sure. Hey, the door's open on Grand Final Day for people.
Like just bring everyone who's stuffed up. Come
Yeah.
on in. Sneaky sound system. Welcome.
Yeah,
You know?
true. We also, while we're on the grand final, it is happening. We're going to get the stuff out next week, or maybe the week after at the latest. We're still ironing out some details.
When you say that, do you mean the tickets?
Details, ticketing, yep. So we're just
cool.
sorting that out right now. And if you have maybe bought tickets to other events out there, because a lot on the day, there's a lot on the day.
Plenty of options.
There's a lot of breakfast. There's lots out there, and you might already have tickets. And if you're thinking, hold on, maybe I bought the wrong set of tickets, I think we have a solution for you. To still somehow come to ours.
Yep. Don't worry about it. You're just going to...
We'll talk about it next week.
okay.
We've got something for you.
But we've got
something
you.
for
Just-
We got you covered.
we've got you.
We got you covered. Hey, Olympics is happening. 11 gold medals, 6 golds. Tell you what, don't mess with us in the pool. You want to fight with us? Put your goggles on.
Yeah.
Put your swimming cap on.
Yeah.
Come in the pool. See what happens.
Yeah.
If you get messed up, we are unbelievable in the pool. Get away from us, America. You can't catch us.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's so good. It's so we keep just swimming our little hearts out.
Yep.
We're not a big country, but I tell you what we've got. Big hearts.
Yeah.
We do in Australia. I loved it. Seeing the pool, I mean, it's a lot of swimming. I won't lie. Last time when I was trying to watch the Boomers, they just really kept focusing on the heats.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
like, guys, the Boomers are on.
Yep.
So maybe we can watch them.
Yeah.
And then into the Boomers,
What did you make? It was a good game.
those fake Frenchies, Canada.
Yeah.
They got us good.
We stuck with them.
We did. We were good in the first half. We lost 93 to 83 if you missed everyone. But I think we could have won that to go straight through to a quarter final or something like that. Because we're in the group of death.
Yeah.
We're in a bad group. Really bad. So we've lost that to Canada. We now have Greece. Got the Greek freak. Giannis and 11 random Greek men
Yeah.
to play next game, which is scary for us. So hopefully we can pull one out here.
How long are we into? We're like 5 days into the Olympics.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed last night the trap shooting.
Yes.
Willett was not great, the Australian. He didn't make it through the initial 25 shots, but that is incredible. Have you like? It
Pretty
is
hard.
like insanity.
How'd America go?
Well,
Well, I mean, it's a given. Staying out of politics.
you tell me.
Yeah, pretty good, I would have thought. Yeah.
That was good. Also, we had a lot of answers to the fencing
Oh, yes.
And the cord holding them is essentially a scoring system.
Okay.
So it's connected to a computer that registers
right.
where you've been touched and things like that.
We had one bastard in the fencing jumping around. You see his tactic? To jump up and down the spot and move towards him. He like threw the other guy out there. He just like came in real quickly.
That would put you off.
It was really weird. The breakdancing, I'm fixated on that. It doesn't start to the 10th. Now, I do feel like there's one event that they're not taking seriously. It's skateboarding. I feel like no country's taking that very seriously. There's like 11-year-olds doing that.
Yeah.
Like it's a really like does anyone skateboard around here? Oh, that guy's on a skateboard, send him to Olympics.
It's a bit of Tim Okazaki going on, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. There's no one's really wanting or needing that gold medal.
Yeah. And the ones that there are, like we had an older Australian guy I watched yesterday, day before, and he just had a shocking run, but he did not look bothered.
No, he's like, I've got a free trip to Paris here. I've caved my bet in 14 times.
Do a few ollies and then I'm out of here.
I've got another 2 condoms to burn through today. Yeah. I could do 1 kickflip and I'm out. Yeah. You know, I don't give a damn about this sport. And then one thing that's really catching my eye, Simone Biles. Man, freak.
Yes.
Again, guys, we told you this was happening. The Olympics would start and we get so fixated on these random events. We know this is going to happen, so that's why we're going to talk about it. What she's doing on the mat,
It's not
on the
human-like,
vault,
is it?
on the rings, on the bars is unbelievable. And considering in 2016 she came on the scene, burst on, won all the medals, and then 2020 she goes, when was 16 Rio?
Yep.
Yeah, 2020 goes to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021.
2021 COVID. And then she goes there and everyone's like, okay, she's just going to do what she did in 2016. She's going to win all these medals. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. She goes to Tokyo and she suffers with her mental health stuff. Just all of a sudden, she got the twisties as well. You know what twisties are?
No.
When you're a gymnast and all of a sudden your body and your mind throws out your body's imbalance. So when you're trying to do 2.5 twists or 2.5 flips, your body doesn't know where you are in the air and you only do 1.5 twists. Yeah, so she pulls out of the Olympics, comes back right now. Maybe as a guy, normally we're like, okay, gymnastics, I don't want to watch that. Yeah. I just don't. But I'm watching her going, hold on, that's a goat doing a 2.5 pike twist. She's the GOAT.
Yeah, no, she's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's honestly, some of the stuff that I was watching, I'm trying to think what I was more impressed by. Probably the mat in particular. And I just sort of thought, my mind can't comprehend how you've physically done that.
Just the height she's getting on these things.
Yeah, exactly. And she's clearly like strong legs, but she's not like your height and getting ridiculous.
Well, she'd be a bit smaller than you. You're 5'4", she'd be 5'2" at least. But the height she's getting, like when I think in most sports you look at it and you go, okay, there was Eddie the Eel in the pool years ago who had never seen water before. And he was clearly like, okay, that guy is just here representing country, which is great, but he's not an athlete. With all the other sports, you go, okay, they're all pretty similar. There's a small fraction of a difference between all of them. When you look at her on this thing doing all these jumps and stuff, she is getting so much more air than everyone else. Yeah. It's crazy. Going to the Olympics now, we're just so cooked outside the pool. There's not a lot for us out there to win. I think not even the Hockey Roos got smoked by someone yesterday.
Well, we're struggling with the Matildas. I know that much.
Oh, yeah. They had that big shootout with everyone.
Yeah.
Look, we're over there fighting. You know, we're over there fighting, we're over there partying.
I should say we smacked Great Britain, the Hockey Roos, 4-0.
That's it. Oh, great.
So we're flying there.
Gave them one for the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some football now. This is actually pretty sad. I don't know if you guys saw the story yesterday. A horrible incident 10 days ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, for a young man called Michael Pisker. He plays for the St. Kevs. He went back with the flight against Uni Blues, and the vision has been taken offline. I got sent it to me when we were asked if we could kindly speak about it, and of course we would. But the vision is pretty horrible. He goes back with the flight and just gets collected in a really bad spot. From that moment, and to now, he's lost vision in his right eye. He's in an induced coma. And we put something up in our story yesterday saying, hey, guys, if you can get around him and help him out, given the long road to recovery he has, the rehab he's got ahead of him, it'd be much appreciated. And wow, guys, you just came to the party big time and donated money and your time and effort and shared. So thank you to everyone who, even if you didn't donate, shared it around and had a read through it. We do hope that Michael Pisker and his family and St. Kevs boys can obviously get him back to a state where not playing but feeling good about life and healthy again. So thank you to everyone who took the time to read through that and donate as well.
Is that the GoFundMe that you attached?
Yeah.
So currently at time of recording, sitting at $235,000.
Great. Huge effort.
How great's that?
Amazing. We're pretty good out there. There's some good eggs out there, know, good, kind-hearted people. So thank you to everyone who got around that. This is big coming out of Geelong. The culture, I've got a question mark around it. Tyson Stengel. So went from Adelaide to Geelong. We know that. We know that.
That's fact.
It's part of the story. It happened. The culture of Geelong turned his career around. This was a guy that became an All-Australian player, a premiership player. 5 weeks ago, he signed a 5-year, alleged $3.5 million deal. That's a lot of money in Geelong.
Oh, it could go a long way.
Mate, you could buy the town of Geelong for that money.
How much Cold Rock could you get? Oh, my God. The
Oh,
mind
true.
boggles.
Cam Guthrie used to work there as well when he was playing. Did you know that?
I did
that
know
story?
that. Yeah. I learnt that through Hughesy
Did you?
because Hughesy did
Skid on it.
Yeah, one of those sprays. Yeah.
Hey, boys. I just stopped doing impressions. So,
Of certain people.
true. The car wash guys. Tyson Stengel was rushed to hospital in the early hours of the morning on Sunday, and he was unresponsive at Bloom nightclub in Geelong and seen being carried out of the nightclub by his friends at 2:30 a.m. Didn't even know they had a nightclub in Geelong. That's the first thing that shocked me when I read this thing. I was like, hold on, you tell me that people have fun in Geelong?
There's a
I
bit
thought
in
it was
this.
a boring town. But he was in a serious condition, went to the hospital, got released on Monday. At training Monday, was running laps, they seem. Geelong have come out and said, hey, had a health incident. Mental well-being is obviously his priority right now. Then they pushed Dangerfield out there, said, you got to deal with this, my friend. And Dangerfield said, look, we'll get around him. We'll wrap our arms around him. He made an error in judgment and he's going to be okay. Now, everyone's speculating what's he done, what hasn't he done. Let's just, one, hope he's okay. But two, not a great look for Geelong boys and Tyson Stengel.
No.
It's not good.
No. I'm just looking at the nightclub Bloom now. The fact they've got a lost property section on the website says
That's
a
when
lot.
you know it's a dodgy club.
Yeah, and the photo of the cover photo is just a black pair of TNs.
Oh, God. That's when you know it's a scary club. Yeah. A scary club. So Tyson's flown from Hobart into Geelong and said, I'm going to the Bloom boys. And then obviously things went pear-shaped from there. So let's see if he plays this week.
So he was at training running laps on Monday after being found
In
unresponsive.
hospital on Sunday morning.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, it could be. People could speculate. He could have just been, dehydrated after the game and had a few beers and gone, okay, this is a bit too much for me. We don't know. People are going to speculate. Who knows? But that's a must-watch there for the Geelong Footy Club, given they're up and about. They're playing good football. He's been a big part of that so far. There's no Hawkins. It's been him and Cameron carrying the forward line. And now he's done this with a 4-week run into the finals. You go, hold on, Tyson. We're on a mission here.
Yeah.
Can't be on Blue Nightclub.
Yeah, no, true. And it's good to see that Dangerfield's very much... he's very much the Chip Fib of the Geelong world. He's very much the Gorn of the Cats.
Oh, yeah, wheel him out.
Like, we'll just wheel him out.
Yeah. I mean, you would never see Dangerfield at Bloom Nightclub.
No.
I guarantee it.
Maybe walking past with a latte, sure.
Or driving his car with a mug. He seems like a mug drinker and driving.
Definitely.
I had no idea Geelong had nightclubs.
Look, to be honest, I assumed they'd have one, but I didn't know.
Don't know what's in Geelong, really.
No.
Not a lot out there. But let's get around Tyson. Let's hope he gets himself right and gets to play this week. I'm not sure if he'll play this weekend. They're saying that he trained, but maybe he doesn't.
Well, look, I don't know enough about it, but I know if I was found unresponsive on a Sunday, the last thing you'd be thinking about doing is something like a game of footy less than a week later.
It's just for the hangover purely. It's not great.
Alone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Well, hopefully he gets himself about. Sam Taylor, he's got his broken nuts. We know about that.
Yep.
And he's wearing the special undies to keep his nuts intact here. So the 25-year-old Australian spent 6 weeks on the sidelines after suffering a ruptured testicle. Oh. In the Giants win over Port Adelaide in round 14, armed with and this is what it says, a gooey pad inside a budgie smuggler type underwear. The extra padding wouldn't stop it, but would minimise the impact. He said the gel cup offered him some protection and peace of mind, with Taylor still unsure exactly how he suffered the injury. A few weeks after the incident, I had to try to track it down because I knew it was early in the game. And I think it happened in the first 5 minutes of the game. I think it happened when I dove forward to release a handball and slid on the ground. I told myself that I'm not going to do that move again, but it happened straight away against Melbourne. It's getting the confidence back. It wasn't really a contact injury. It wasn't a stray hand for me when I was going for a mark or a big sport or anything like that. It does scare you a little bit, but when it happens all the time during a game, hopefully now I'm wearing better protective gear and better underwear to make sure it doesn't happen again. Sounds kind of comfy.
So gooey pad for starters needs to be workshopped.
Yeah.
We need to figure out.
I think what it is, like, is that a silicon-based kind of cup holder, like a ball holder?
And I'm now just in a real wormhole.
What have you got?
On
You
the
found gooey
internet.
pads?
So I'm looking at testicle cooling devices.
Nice.
And they are hilarious.
Oh, they
So
really
it wraps
got-
around where your underpant line is.
Yeah.
And then in like G-string form comes down to where your tezzies are. And then it's like a tennis ball that can open up. You put your balls in it and then close it back up.
Like a chastity belt for your balls.
Exactly right. Then I'm also looking at the body assist testicular supporter 500.
Oh. So there's a lot of
Designed
support
to
out there.
lift and hold. Yeah, right.
I tell you what, guys, I reckon if I was playing footy and I break my balls, I'm out.
Do you reckon that's
That'd do
your
it for me.
cue?
I reckon that'd do it. An ACL is up there and breaking your balls, I'm just like, no, I can't do that.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind trying the gooey pad on though.
Oh, well, happy to get a pair if they want to send us like a prototype.
Yeah.
I'd love to wear a pair, just for like research purposes.
Totally.
Definitely, I don't want to, if it feels like cool or something, it'd be great.
Purely
Yeah.
hypothetical.
Yeah, no. So, what I understand, getting out there and playing with broken balls. Dennis Armfield once broke his balls. It was a horrible experience. Said it felt like a big fucking cushion exploding.
Oh,
in his,
I mean,
in
it
his
would.
balls. Oh, he wears 2 Speedos now as well, he says in this article.
Oh,
One to secure and one to keep the protective padding in place. Oh, so it's in between 2.
he's got like a Big Mac going on.
Fuck, I hope like, I know that I want to get close up with his balls, but hopefully like maybe the shorts spend too long in the dryer and he has like a massive bulge. I'm like, okay, well that's just clearly the gooey pattern. Just running around the
He's
huge
walking
bulge.
very confidently today, isn't he?
He's up and about. I think he's hard. He's a bit firm over there. Good spoil. SP400. This is big. Scotty Penderbury, 400 games. Absolute dog. And of course, this game had to be on the biggest stages.
Yeah.
Saturday night footy against the old rival. Unbelievable career. Only the 6th player in history of our game to play 400 games. First player in the history of Collingwood to play 400. He's done it all, this guy.
That can't be. That's not true, is it?
Yeah.
No
Yeah, it is.
way. That's
it is, my friend.
amazing.
It is huge. He's been a great player for so long. He is the a 2-time premiership player, Norm Smith medalist, 6-time All-Australian. Had those measurements taken 6 times. Thank you. 5-time Collingwood best and fairest winner, captain for 9 seasons, and all-time record holder for most touches with 10,219. Have an absolute career, Scott Penderbury.
Yeah, wow.
What a dog. Just, you know how 20 years is just wild to get yourself up and about. Mentally, physically. I played 26 games and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
My back hurts every now and then. To play 20 years of AFL football and to do it in the manner he's gone about it was just silky around it, slows down time, bit like a wizard, not called a wizard, but slows down time when he has the ball in his hands, good by foot, has been so reliable. Never had a game where you go, okay, Scott Penderbury didn't give it his all this week. You go, Scott
that true?
Penderbury just gives everything he's got for this football club and he loves it.
What a CV that you've just read out.
Great career. Great career. He's now got a billboard in Melbourne as well that Puma helped him do this week.
Oh, yeah?
So everyone knows about it. This is big for him. And you just know the boys are going to line themselves up for it.
Well, I mean, if you thought that in what circumstance could Carlton not get a win for Paddy Cripps in his 200th, and you felt that was an absolute foregone conclusion.
400s.
In what universe, are they not going to get up for 400 games?
That's a lot of games. That's 20 years of football. I loved when he had the dreads.
Oh,
He's got to bring the dreads back. He's got a contract for 2025 on the table. So let's just hopefully, fingers crossed, he brings the dreads back.
who from?
Yeah. You think you working already, is it?
Yeah, I'll be just hold up there, Scott. I'll obviously want to cast my eyes over that.
It is from the Pies. Now we went wild with an allegation saying maybe the Roos are coming after him for 2 years to get him to 450. I still think he gets to 450. I think he looks at LeBron and goes, if this guy's doing it, I'm 2 years younger than 3 years younger than him. I can do it. I've got to invest a lot in your money and a lot in your health. But this is a guy that can get to 450 games and do it playing good football still. I don't know when they're going to come and tap him on the shoulder, but if he keeps playing footy like this, I think maybe they say, just keep rolling out there. We'll sit you in half back.
Yeah.
Keep hitting targets.
Does he have a kid at all? Do we know?
I think so.
I'd like to know how old the kid is to see if he can do it properly. Do a LeBron.
I mean, yeah, maybe he wants to play with his kid. We don't know. Maybe he wants to LeBron it as well, like you said. But it's just crazy. 20 years of just not going to the pub on Friday night. You know?
Wow.
20 years of that.
20 years of no European summers.
Yeah. Never done it. Hasn't been done in 20 years.
Wow.
Crazy. 20 years of just being like, I love football. I'm going to strap myself in with this ride. I would love to hang out with you guys, but I got games on for the next 20 years.
That is crazy that in 20 years he's not had a Friday night where he's watched the football with a bunch of hot wings and a couple of rosés.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't done it.
I know. And he's one of the players that Pendles plays like he's got a chip on his shoulder still. When he's done it all, he plays like he's got something to prove every game. And whether you like the Pies or not, I think everyone looks at Scott and goes, this guy is an absolute legend of our game. Let's get around him this weekend. Even though against Carlton, I have some other different thoughts about that, and I know they're going to get themselves up and about it. But I can look at Scott Pendlebury and go, wow, man, you're a dog.
Yeah. Well
Get
done.
around. Well done, Scotty.
He's a legend.
Well done. Lots happening around the league. Cam Zurhaar, he put that hard hat on and said, boys, if we're building this thing, you can't build it without me. Let's start rebuilding. Chinese whispers were he's gone to Perth. A lot of whispers about this Perth thing. Maybe he was out there. Maybe he didn't see what we saw in the first half of the year. He probably thought, hey, I'm going to get myself to Perth. But he shuts it up and signs a 4-year deal with the Roos, takes him to 30 years old. He'll be there for what we're thinking maybe life now. Is it a lifetime deal or not? What's a lifetime deal these days?
Well, that'll only take him to 30.
You think you get 32 years out of him?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much.
32, yeah. Well, when he is 32, I'm thinking these guys are going to be in their window.
That's
Big time.
true.
Big time. I think they're in the
Give it
next 5
6
years.
Yeah.
He did this video with Larky. You see the video?
Yeah, it was
so
great.
that pulled on my heartstrings.
Yeah.
And in 5 years' time, when you look at that again, you go, okay. At the time, we didn't know it, but this now makes it look a lot better and sweeter.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
What did he say? Oh, I was preparing myself to think that is this going to be the last time we're going to run out with him?
Yeah, around 24 games. Gonna be the last. They must do a warm up together.
Yeah.
I thought, I think it was going to be the last time. And he's like, yeah, I literally just decided this morning I'm hanging around.
Well, okay, that's concerning.
Yeah.
If I was a North fan, I go, well, I was hoping you were putting a bit more thought into things.
Actually, now you think about it, he literally was out of the footy club until 2 mornings ago.
And he went, no, I'm actually really enjoying my
Yeah.
runs.
Actually, I woke up and felt all right, so I'm back in. Yeah, I'm good.
okay.
So he's like, boys. And then he announced to the group, he said, boys, check this out. Pull the pants to half mast and said, semi chub, shin boner. I'm here for 4 more. Let's go, boys. Now, they're building something here. We didn't see it early in the year, but now I see it clearly. Sheasel, Larky, Wardlaw, McKercher, Comben, Dersma, Bailey Scott, Powell, Curtis, Sherry.
Mate, that's as clear as day.
They're a key defender and LDU signature away from being a problem in a couple of years.
I totally agree with you.
I think Cause 32, I think.
Yeah.
I think we all know that Cause he's copped a lot of inside 50s for him. He's tried to defend a lot down there. He's defended a lot of football. So I think maybe he won't be there in the next couple of years. So they need to go out and they've got a war chest too. Go after a key defender and find someone. They could do it.
Absolutely, they could.
Mac Andrew. Would you go throw money at him?
I think everyone would try and throw money at him right now, wouldn't
I
they?
think they're going to land someone. Given what this list is doing, they had their troubles in the past with Dusty and Kelly passing up on them, even DeGoey passing up on them. I think with what they've got now, clubs can see it, players can see it. You throw money in front of a player, a good player, I reckon they'll go to Arden Street.
Yeah, I think that is, I would have to guess, and obviously, I'll be able to tell more when I'm a player agent in 6 weeks' time. But I would assume that's all it comes down to for a player wanting to move to a club, right? Is like they go, I don't really care that maybe the team's not doing very well or that they play at Marvel or play on Sundays or the attendance isn't great. It's knowing what's this thing looking like.
Yeah.
Are people sticking around? What's the culture like?
Yeah.
Is it going to be just a total mess?
Yeah. Well, in my mind, when I was delisted from the Suns, I was like, where is the most cash?
Yeah, sure. Okay, different stages. But if you're highly sought after.
Okay. Oh, you're going to pay me 75 to go to Carlton? Yes, please. Thank you. Because the other clubs were offering 0. So I'm in. I'll take that. Thank you. I'll take a 2-year deal. Also, just on Cam Zurhaar, when I was this morning, I thought, I'll style my hair a bit more, try and make it better.
Sure.
Given the incidents that happened yesterday. And this Hilux pulls up next to my car. Cam Zurhaar winds down the window and goes, ha ha, shit haircut.
No, he didn't.
Drove off. Next to South Melbourne Market.
All I'm going to say is, well done on signing your contract, but those in glass houses, Cameron.
Oh, yeah. It would have similar haircuts to him and I.
Yeah.
Very similar, a little bit.
Yeah, there's definitely similarities. He could probably grow facial hair better.
I can't grow facial hair.
Yeah.
No, I can't at all. I'm not very quite
Can you
hairless.
actually at all?
No, I get it patchy. I get to there and then it stops about maybe a 5 centimetre gap between the chin strap to the actual
He's just got the mutton
to the Eddie
chops.
Fords.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll grow it out. I'm trying.
I'll give
Trying
that-
big time.
I also like the other day, just quickly, we did some filming that will come out in the next few weeks, and they were attaching the microphones to our chests, and the guy's going, I just need to keep moving yours, Ollie. There's a lot of rustling going on. And then we figured out it's because you're as smooth as the bonnet of a Porsche on your chest.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit of an Austin Powers going on.
And you're wearing cowboy boots as well.
You tell me.
It's great. Yeah. You were very good. That will come out soon. Chinese Whispers, getting around. These Chinese Whispers now, it's given us round 21 now. 20?
21 going to 21.
Gee, time flies when you're just hanging on for dear life in the finals. Chinese Whispers are starting to become a bit more like a Chinese softly spoken. It's that time where the clubs and the players say, hey, I've either don't like what is heading, I've seen enough evidence, I've played in these games, I don't like it, or the club is telling the players, look elsewhere, or the player managers are talking to the club saying, okay, we got to make some moves here, or the player managers are talking to the players. A lot's happening. This is where things start to firm up. It's like the bamboo. You start watering the bamboo, in the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whooshka, off it goes. The first one we'll start with now, the Chinese Whispers that are getting a bit louder. Tom Barras. Tom Barras has the feelers out in the market, and this is all stemmed from, now a little head nod, verbal agreement with the Eagles that he had years ago. So in 2021, he signs a 5-year deal. In 2022, he wins the BNF. He then has his sister move from Perth to Sydney, and the idea when that happened, he's close to his sister. So when that happened, he was like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to float and go to Sydney as well. Like, I want to be close to my sister. So he goes into the front office in the Eagles and he says, hey, me and my management have had a chat behind your back. Sorry. I was talking to Sydney, and Sydney are willing to offer me this. Can you match it or get somewhere near it? And they say, absolutely. We'll restructure your deal so then it looks like that in the back end of your current deal. Into potentially a new one. Give us 18 months to go away and do that. So now in the back end that he's in right now, they're getting to a point where they're saying, hey, let's, here's your restructuring, push it towards you, look at it. He's looked at it and says, that isn't anything like the verbal agreement we had. They're not the numbers that we spoke about.
No.
In fact, they're quite lower than the numbers we spoke about.
That's an Ollie Gill deal you've presented me there.
Ollie Gill. So he's got a problem now because he made one, a verbal agreement, which you never do. And two, the people he had the verbal agreement with are the old CEO and list manager at the Eagles. So they're not there. So he can't play. He calls, hey guys, you know that deal that we spoke about? These guys aren't honouring it. So can you come back and help me? So he's in a bad spot. In a really bad spot. And it also, mate, get a new manager. Tom, it sounds like in 2021, 2022, when you signed that new deal, you were severely underpaid. You tested the market a year after you win a BNF. Turns out you're worth way more money.
So now what do you reckon?
Well, now he wants to, his sister, which is, again, he's very close, he wants to be with and around her, is moving from Sydney to Melbourne. So hence the why he's talking to the doggy, he's talking to Hawthorn, and now they're going to come to the party and offer something to get him. He's got 3 years to go on his deal. Like, he wants out of there now. He's filthy.
Jeez, his sister holds a lot of power.
Hey, they're very close.
You wouldn't want to just get a deal,
No.
like a job offer
Maybe
in
she's
Queensland.
getting a cut of it. Yeah. Make sure we get Tassie. She now wants to move to Tassie with the team coming in 2020.
She's got a job at Mona.
Yeah, she's the bouncer at Bloom. I'm going to Geelong. But he wants to collect that bag. He's getting underpaid. He knows what his worth is. So now with his sister moving to Melbourne, the Doggies and the Hawks become front runners. Doggy said we can give you 4 years. Now, with the Doggies, they have the English situation as well. So I can see a world where this happens. English, Barras, straight swap. Wouldn't that work out perfectly?
That makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, mate. Great value. Similar value, we're thinking. I mean, Timmy English was an All-Australian ruckman last year, but Tommy Barras is just absolute brick wall down there. Nothing gets past him.
Yeah, true.
And then you've also got the Hawks who are in as well. The Hawks have got their eyeballs in everything. So they sent Sammy Mitchell has this after the Adelaide game on the weekend on Sunday when the Hawks went over there and just absolutely gave him the business. He gets on a flight. The team goes back to Melbourne. He gets on a flight to Perth to sit down with Tom and say, Tom, you weren't watching the TV just then, were you? How about that? How about the mess we left in Adelaide? Want some of that? So now they're in the race room as well. It's crazy.
I love when people do rogue stuff like that.
Just get on a flight and go see him.
You guys are going to Terminal 1. I'm off to Terminal 2 because I'm going out west, baby.
Why isn't Coach coming with us? Oh, he's just going to go see someone. Don't worry about it, guys.
Don't worry about it.
Stop. So that's all happening there. I think it's now a situation where Tom clearly isn't going to stay at the Eagles.
No, exactly.
But also it has no power. The club holds all the power. So interesting where that lands. Also, the next one here with Clary, which we've been given, there's been smoke around this for a long time. Starting the preseason, he signed a monster deal in 2030. There's been smoke around it the whole time he's been at the footy club this year. Really had the off-season, which we all know about, but the clubs are interested. There's clubs interested in him, but unfortunately for Melbourne, they've signed him up to this alleged 7-year, 6-year deal was left on it at $8 million left on it. So the power is with the other clubs to say, okay, we'll take Clary on and we'll take some of that contract on, which leaves them in a powerless spot because Clary can just be like, okay, I'll stay put here and get my $8 million left. Crazy. That's crazy money. It's a monster contract.
Yeah, it's huge.
Monster. So, and apparently he's very open and being like, I'm out of the year. Guys, I've seen enough here given what's happened with me. We spoke about the support for him. Maybe there's question marks on that. So it could be a world here next year with Clary somewhere else. St Kilda, hello.
You
take him?
Of course I would.
You're a player manager now?
I'll take him.
How much are you willing as St Kilda to pay him of that contract? Over the next 6 years, whatever he's on. 2030, so what's that? Another 5 years to go, 6 years to go.
Jeez, a lot of numbers you've just thrown at me there.
Okay, not a great start if we're in the office and you go, okay, hold on, slow down. That's a lot of numbers you've thrown at me.
Whoa.
It's 5-6 years, $8 million. How many zeros are in a million?
Okay, there's a 6. Is that right?
We're in the office right now.
Is that right?
What?
6 zeros in a million.
Ollie, you represent Clary.
Yeah.
You're asking me how many zeros in million?
I'm just double checking that you feel comfortable with
Okay,
it.
look, we want Clary's open to I'm Melbourne. Clary's open to going.
Sure.
We think that you'd be a great fit. We know you have a lot of moolah. So how would you feel about paying for 75% of it, which is
75. I'd go. Stay with me, Simon.
Come on, you should know this.
Of 8 million. Okay, so
Why do you have your phone out on your calculator?
So you would like us to pay $600,000
That's very good by you.
across 8?
I see what you've done there.
What? Use the calculator.
600,000.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely something we could achieve.
Yeah,
Simon.
no. Sorry, I think I mean a season.
A 600 a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you'll do it.
Well, I'm also going to need something for me. What have you got coming my way? RE tickets situation, Simon.
I can throw in 24 tickets behind glass
Okay, and how far up the MCC waiting list can you get me?
that I can't help you with that.
Ooh, okay. Well, then I'd be willing to pay 70% of Clary's deal for 24 tickets behind glass.
Done.
Over the next 8 years for Clary to come to St Kilda.
So we have a deal.
I think we do.
Okay, great. Well, you're the manager.
Have I just been shafted? I can't tell.
So that's okay. So that's thank God you're not a player manager right now. You have 6 weeks to
I
sharpen up.
got him to a new club though. That's what he wanted.
You have 6 weeks to sharpen up, mate. Or it's going to be absolutely horrible. Hey, let's get some footy predictions in for the weekend of football. Crazy weekend football. A lot happening.
Yeah, heaps.
Round 21. We've got no idea who's playing finals. It's impossible to pick a winner here.
Yep.
It's impossible to lock away our final 8. I've got no idea. Monday is going to be tough for someone. So a head coach, a team is going to be really going through it on Monday morning. Everyone's going to be going after him. I could be just even more flat in this haircut come Monday. Big weekend of football. On Friday night, we don't have one game. We have 2 games of footy. Why? Who knows? No reason for it, but we've got 2. The double. First, we have Footscray. Don't even call them the Bulldogs this weekend.
No way.
Footscray versus Melbourne back at their track. We know they love it at Marvel, and the D's get a good look at potentially their new home ground because we know what's happened. If they can get a crowd there, we'll move them to Marvel.
Gotta be careful.
Footscray are 22.5-point favourites. The Dogs, they're just red hot at the moment. You look at this team and you go, hey, there's studs everywhere, and they're starting to put it together.
God, you're getting me going saying Footscray too.
Oh, I'm getting everyone a bit shin-boned up. And their offense, their firepower, when they get going, get out the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't want any part of that. When it gets up and running, it's all gas and no brakes at all. Downhill completely. It's very scary. And I cannot make it any more clear. I've said it weeks ago. Adam Treloar is my dark horse for this Brownlow medal. Averaging 32 touches, his 250th game on Friday night. And this is a guy who ripped both his hammies off the bone at the same time. Very rare. Started the Giants, then went to the Pies, then got kicked out of the Pies to the Dogs. Now in the best form of his life.
Yeah.
Great career.
It's
great
awesome.
career from Adam.
Good on him.
Yeah. He's I did do, it's funny how life goes, different experiences, different train tracks. AOS together, him and I. So the
didn't know
AOS
that.
Academy was like the top 30 kids go to the Canberra, the AOS, and then you go through a system. We go play South Africa. You probably know what I did in South Africa.
What did you do?
Oh, we played just a national team. We played the under-18 national team against the nation of South Africa. Now, they'd never
in
seen
footy?
they'd never seen a football in their lives. And a 17-year-old Gorringe just wreaked havoc on that country. I squashed them.
I've got real question marks over the AFL draft process that if that's how you got to number 10 because you went and played South Africa and they've never played.
And all the club recruiters travel with us, and I gave them that business. When I tell you I had honestly 40 touches and 85 hit outs with 3 goals, that'd probably be unders. I came up against a guy who'd never seen a football field in his life, probably never touched a football, and just said, I don't care. Foot on the throat type mentality for me.
Wow.
Yeah, just gave him the business. And I escaped that country safe.
Yeah.
After what they saw coming out of that stadium, the goals, the hit-outs, the disposals, I was scared there for a bit.
Yeah, and that man, of course, went on to become A.B. de Villiers. So, both equally good careers.
True. So we were in that together. Now, he was injured during it, but he was very back then, just I feel like he wasn't taking his football very seriously.
Sure.
So we all had phones. Not surprised, everyone has phones. But in the training field, it's probably not a great time to have your phone on you.
Okay.
And during lane kicking, he's texting his girlfriend at the time. Just waiting for his kick, texting, put it in his pocket, texting, put it in his pocket, have a kick, put it in his pocket, text, kick, pocket, text.
I love that.
And all of a sudden we do match sim where the coach is like, okay, let's get serious now. We're playing South Africa. Getting pretty scary. Who knows if they've even seen a football, but let's try and get some tactics in place. And the first set of bounce, his phone comes flying out of his pocket and the coaches just go, okay, I got a feeling maybe Adam's not taking his footy very seriously. Phones away for the rest of his career, 250 games, no phones, hasn't been sighted on a phone. He's back. Have an absolute career. Adam Treloar, you've been absolute lord out there doing your thing.
That's a bold move, isn't it? I had no idea about that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's quite quirky. I don't think he used to step on or he tried not to on the lines in the football field.
Yeah.
I think some of that as well.
So just a few of
these
those
things.
little sort of
a few little things,
Nadal
nuances.
quirks.
Yeah, nuances. So, and for the D's, well, this is our last chance for them to make finals.
Yeah.
Genuine last chance. Otherwise, the whiteboard's coming out. We'll take them off.
Yep.
Caleb Windsor's out with an ankle injury. Maxi Gawn is just gone. I think he senses that this is the last chance for him. He knows that if he doesn't get his chip fib up, he's got a broken leg. I wouldn't be surprised if the same track. I know you're in Noosa and the spleen split, but is there any chance we can get you out there?
We've got a guy with a broken leg.
Go with a broken leg.
So surely a broken spleen can come out.
Spleen, DJ Shitboy, fuck knows where he is.
Yeah.
We need you here. We need to get the Avengers together and try and say something here. At Marvel, don't like the D's at Marvel. It looks weird on TV.
Yep. But we're going to have to get used to it.
And Footscray are just humming.
Yeah, they are.
It's too much. I think it's way too much. I think the midfield is going to be just a problem. Even the D's midfield looks a bit just struggling with that track.
I've got the Scray by lots, 50 points.
Yeah. Yeah, give me the Scray by a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battle of the Coast. This is the same time. This is an hour and a half after this game starts on Friday night still. Battle of the Coast. Suns are favourites by 13.5 points. Now, both teams' seasons are absolutely done. They're playing for no reason, really. If you think about it. The Eagles season finished as soon as the ball was bouncing round one. As soon as the umpire got it, you may put a line through them. And said, okay, they're done. The Suns season ended last week when they lost the must-win against the Lions in the Q Clash. And the Eagles have no head coach. The Suns have no wins outside of the Gold Coast or Darwin. They haven't won a game outside those two places in the last 17 months. They cannot win outside of their own stadium. And the Eagles last week were actually pretty good for 3 quarters of football.
It's true.
They're in there, into it up to their absolute eyeballs, and then they got in a huge fight, which maybe wasn't the best thing for them because it turns out they're not fighters. Freo can throw them. Freo can find them. So they're now...
heave-ho.
Heave-ho. They can throw them. The Eagles boys lost a lot of money. No Barras, as we said. We've spoken about before. He's out at a house inspection in Hawthorn.
Out in Dingley Village.
Just having a look what's in the area. He's also in the protocol, so he could be doing that actually anyway. McGovern back. Duggan back as well.
Oh, that's big.
Big for the Eagles because we know they're a different unit at home. They do some things at home where you go, okay, you can't do that away from home, but now that you're in your own stadium here in Perth in front of your fans, you guys are a different team. And the Suns have been just too up and down for mine. Don't know what I'm going to get. Travelling as well. That's a horrible travel flight for him. Brown Ellis has retired, everyone, as well. We saw that this morning.
Yes.
So he's done, which now, as Cam was saying before, opens up the 4. So the path for Dusty to go from Richmond to the Suns has never been easier to get in that number 4 locker.
Looks a little clearer, doesn't it?
I think it might be an inside job.
Methinks.
Brandon Ellis, friends with Dusty, teammates, selfless. Says, hey, mate, do you want number 4? Make things easy for you. I'm out.
I love
Effective immediately.
I love this club. And I will do anything to
I
get
love
you
this
here.
club so much. I'm out.
Yeah.
Let's go get Dusty. Love that. So I think the Suns are just, Ben King can't kick straight. He makes me very anxious around the ball when he's got it for a set shot. I just think the Eagles at home, I feel I've got a vibe. They've got one more in them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's the opportunity to break the away curse for the Suns. It is the opportunity to
And
do
the
so.
Suns are ripe for the picking at the moment.
Look, I'm backing the Eagles.
I'm going the Eagles, and I think it's going to be convincing.
Ooh.
I think their midfield will go toe-to-toe with the Suns' midfield. I like that McGovern's back against King's going to have his shots anyway, I think, but he's a bit shaky. There's no one else around the ball. I just like the way that they're going to match up at home as well.
Yeah, it makes a massive
Give
difference.
me the Eagles. Biggest, this is actually huge. This is massive given the context of where everything will land after this. Battle of the Spoon. Saturday. Sportsbet has Richmond as 7.5 point underdogs. Close then. So it's going to be close. And just wrap your head around this, ladies and gentlemen. The loser of this game is actually going to be the winner. Number one pick
It's true.
is up for grabs. The winner is the loser. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, word coming out of this draft pool right now is that we don't have a clear number one pick. There's no Reeds running around in there. There's no Ugelhagens. There's no Rows. There's no Walshes. This is very much a lucky dip draft. So we don't know if this number one pick is going to be something that can turn a club around. But I think regardless of anything you want, you always want a number one pick coming in.
So you've got the likes of a Josh Smiley, Finn O'Sullivan, Levi Ashcroft, Murphy Reed, Luke Traynor, and Jagger Smith are all up for it, essentially.
Levi will get father-son unless that new father-son rule comes in. Or they have to match the amount of points.
Sid Draper and Harvey Langford
Yeah.
are other ones that could also be potential number one picks.
Okay, so we know last year in the Battle of the Spoon, or not the Battle of the Spoon, but we know last year the North, they butchered this opportunity and lost Harley Reid. So maybe the lesson learned here, if we're down by 20, let's go down by 21. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
If there's a Harley,
I don't think it's a high though.
exactly.
We don't. I think it's just a,
go out
like
there
we
and
don't
get a
know.
win.
We don't know what this draft is going to do. So there's no easy way to sugarcoat this game. Richmond are arse and they stink, and North just stink a little bit less.
Yep.
That's the best thing about it. Now we need to get eyes on the Richmond guy, the Guernsey guy on the cheer squad. We need, if you go to this game,
Please.
which I'm sure will be sold out, it actually will be a good game considering.
It'll be a good game, but it won't
if
be.
if you're there and you get eyes on the Richmond cheer squad, we think there's a guy in there just ripping off Guernseys after every Richmond goal.
Yep.
We need to see this in the flesh. Richmond is still fighting. At least they're competing. We know that no one's playing for them. No one's. They've got a huge injury loss. North have been good post-bye. I think that North just. I think it's like a rolling grow up. Look at us now. We're growing. We're maturing. 8-goal win.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's a big. I think they finally put someone to the sword here and go. Okay, we're pretty good.
How good. I'm definitely going North, but I can't kind of compute that because I've not seen it.
It's weird to say. Like I think North are going to win.
Well, by
By
putting
lots.
someone to the sword, but
Yeah.
I'm all here for it.
Yeah. Martin could come back for the Tigers.
Yeah.
He's back. He's done 3 training sessions. The back hasn't flared up. Toby Nank could come back. Good battle in the ruck. Those two to go on together. And Jack Graham should come back in. And for the Roos, McKercher comes back in. Comben and Core are out. Oh, hold on. Nah, give me the Roos by heaps. 6-7 goals. Here we go. Geelong, Adelaide in Geelong. Cats are 21.5 point favourites. Geelong, as we said, a lot happening in their culture. Is it good? Is it bad? We don't know. I have questions about the town now. I have a lot of questions about Geelong as a city. Is Geelong exciting and I've been just made a fool, or is it still boring? Because I can't get a gauge on it. Adelaide stink. And let's just say it.
I think
terrible.
the wheels are off.
Wheels are
now.
off completely. The hill hasn't been anything like the hill should be in a few rounds, this whole year actually.
Yeah.
Normally it's a place where you get around each other as a Crom fan and say, hey guys, we're in this together. I feel like they're just breaking apart here.
Yeah.
Time to go to the off season. Time to regroup. Matty Nix came out and said, guys, I'm the guy for the job. I'll be here for a long time. And the Cats, they're rolling still. Okay, we know that something happened bad this week with Tyson, but I think they're just going to come home in Geelong and just do the business to Adelaide, and there's nothing more to be said about this game. Just going to smoke them.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The big one. This gives me anxiety just thinking about it. Carlton, Collingwood, Penalty 400. Blues, 12.5 point favourites. Take that. First win of the day. 2 teams that just hate each other and want to beat the shit out of each other every opportunity. Want to ruin the party. There's 2 parties going on in the MCG. We've got the SP 400 party and we've got the top 4 Carlton party. someone's going to walk out in tears. Carlton got to get this thing going. We got to work it out, guys. You know, it's been a month of just horrible, gross football, playing one quarter here or there, playing a half football here or there. There hasn't been a game where you go, okay, that was great. So we got to get this thing going again. And once again, Carlton, we ride again. We ride directly into the storm. We know there's a shitstorm ahead of us. We've got to ride right into it. Home ground advantage now to the Pies. I think that's big in this game. If I hear Collingwood getting around, we're in trouble. And for the Pies, Kruger, McCreary, and Markov are back in. Shout out to Oleg.
Yes,
Had a kid.
congratulations.
Shout out to Oleg, yeah. Had a kid during the week, so you know now he's up and about. He's not gonna be embarrassed after he brings a seed into the world.
No, true.
No, he's not
Well
gonna,
said.
He's not going to say your first 7 days on this earth. I'm not coming back to you with a loss.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a winner.
Yeah.
That scares me.
Setting the tone.
Didn't think about that until I spoke about it. So
Yeah.
we've got SP400, we've got Nick Dacos doing his thing, and now Oleg's had a kid, so he's jacked up.
Now we're seed watch.
Akers Mackay back in for the Blues, and I'm worried that maybe we've lost our mojo. I'm worried that we're not as good as what we thought. I'm worried that maybe we were dressed up as winners, but really under all the dress ups, we're just frauds. So I've got some serious concerns. The only thing that I really gives me the biggest worry about this is that I just know the Pies are working themselves up, as we spoke about already. I just know that they're behind. Fly's got them going. He's in their ear. They're bringing coaches in. They're making a big song and dance. They're big on emotion. A lot of emotion here. I'm nervous.
I'm going to be tipping the Blues, but I reckon I might go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, but I'll land on the Blues.
I reckon Voss is into him.
Yeah.
I reckon he's poking him. And even though things aren't going right, it doesn't look great at the moment. It's a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
We've got the speed wobbles, definitely. I reckon it gets back on track in a big way. Huge way.
Looks at them, just says, we need to sort out our priorities.
Eyeballs them and says, you want to make a statement, boys?
Yeah.
SP400, ruin the party. Let's get back to the top 4.
Yeah.
The lights are on, boys. What are we? We're moths. Moths. Matty Cottrell starts elevating above everyone. Starts getting stuck in the MCG light.
Yeah. Like Stranger Things.
Yeah. Blues by 6 goals.
Okay.
Absolute statement game.
I like it.
We ride again, boys. Let's go. I'm ready to get my heart broken. I'm ready. If they lose this game, I cannot stress enough how, much I'll cop it on socials. Oh, that'll be just a post
phone off.
and get out of there.
Yeah.
It's a phone off situation because I've got a friend who goes to Collingwood and it doesn't really apply to Carlton games given they're from Melbourne. But every time that maybe the Blues look like they're losing a game, he sends me, in a state game, he sends me cheap flight back to Melbourne. Cheap gag. So he'll be into me. I ride again with confidence.
Yeah, good boy.
Let's go. Let's go, Blues. Come on. Port v Sydney again. So, guys, sorry. Didn't say at the start. This game's on at the same time. Who did that? Port v Sydney. It's wild with Port that we're still talking about there's a coaching vacancy here, given that they are the 7th ladder with a win outside the top 4. Like,
so true.
Isn't that wild? We're still thinking that maybe this coaching gig is up for grabs. Crazy. The response for Ken, though, since all those murmurs started has been unreal. And I'm thinking maybe the boys are fighting for Ken here.
Yeah.
Maybe they like Ken. Maybe they want one more year of Ken. 5 weeks ago, we'd say that the Swans would win this easily. And now the Swans have the speed wobbles. And we don't know what the Swans are. We don't know if they're good. Well, we know they're good. We don't know how good they are anymore. Maybe they were just really good at the time. But maybe now everyone's caught up to them. And they're right back in the pecking order. Is that home for Port?
It's so tough, isn't it? Because I feel like with the Swans, you just feel like they'll sort it out, like eventually.
You know when you drive a manual car for the first time or second time or third time and you're just trying to find the gear?
Sure.
I feel like they're getting it stuck in between. They're thinking that maybe fourth gear is first gear and it's just not going.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to find a first gear here.
Yeah, okay.
Never tear us apart before game's scary. I'm going to give me the Swans only given the ladder.
Ooh, okay.
And I think that they're going to find something here. Much like the Blues, I think it's a game, round 21, you got a week to figure your shit out. I think they come here and go, okay, we don't like Adelaide that much. Let's get the 4 points and bounce.
Yep. Okay. Look, I'm going Port for this one.
Wow, what's Tipper's choice say?
48% Port, 52. Swans.
So who knows? I'm going to have the eyes going different ways on the screens. I can't go to the footy with this haircut.
Oh, no.
I'm not going. So before I say that, when I say I'm not going to the footy this weekend, don't come on the comments and say, why aren't you going to the footy? I'm telling you right now, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going like this.
No way.
It takes one Collingwood fan to rip the hat off and go, just laugh at me. Like a fucking idiot right now.
Yeah. You could if you had a Legionnaire on, but I think it's just safer that we pop you away for this weekend.
I'm not going at all, mate. This is also a good game. Giants v Hawks in Canberra. Good games this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We got some real battles going on. Giants are 3.5-point favourites against the red hot Hollywood Hawk. Fresh off their trip to Adelaide, City of Churches, took a few photos, took a selfie, then bounced out with 4 points. Absolutely smacking everyone at the moment. They are on a warpath, and if you're a team, you want nothing to do with it at the moment. Absolutely nothing. Get out of the way of what they're doing right now. The Giants also, this is their trip to Canberra. They fly there, then they catch the bus back. So I know they're already thinking about that.
It has to be on their mind.
100%. Going to be cold as shit in Canberra as well. Hollywood Hawks, yeah. I mean, it's funny. We say that no one wants a part of what they're doing right now because they're in a warpath, but players want to be involved in there. So we got the battle. Josh Battle's still going there.
Yeah.
Apparently, he had second thoughts about that. I just heard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be writing him off just yet?
I wouldn't be writing it
Manager
off.
Ollie, okay. Righto, you heard some things. Yeah. You know that deal you said where you take him. I left 4 zeros off, so
I'm really, really sorry.
Barras we spoke about, and then Frost also signs an extension. Now Frost has been pretty decent this year. We know if anyone gets, talking about speed wobbles coming out half back, he gives you anxiety when he's going full pelt. But he's tapered that back, playing a system brand of football, and he's been very good. So he gets another year on his contract. The Hawks are just impressive. I know the Giants last week, they got out to a lead. They almost lost it and dropped it at the end, but they got out to a lead. The Hawks, I just can't go past what they're doing right now. 11 in the last 14. They are smacking them. Won the last 2 games by 11 goals at least. Crazy to think that they were playing the Battle of the Spoon 4 months ago.
They're incredible. They really are.
This is a close game. I'm going back to my team, my second team, which is probably not play on nothing about it to have a second team. Give me the Hawks in Canberra.
Wow. Geez, you're going against the tipper's choice. 77%
Whoa.
Giants.
Even after the Hawks have won 11 in the last 14, they're red hot. 2 wins in a row by 66 points.
It's just a big ask to continue this. It's just a huge ask. So, look, I'm going to go for the Giants, but I'm hoping the Hawks win. I want the Hawks to win, but it's just
Everyone's
tough.
chipping in for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Everyone's kicking 2 goals. Chol, I'm convinced Chol doesn't give a fuck about this season still. He's like, whatever.
Legend.
They got their celebrations out. Now everyone's doing celebrations. Giants are one of those teams as well. They're just, I'm sticking with the Hawks, even though the Giants are up and about as well at the moment. This is huge for the slide. Freo travel to Melbourne to play the slide. Essendon at the MCG. It's a long flight for the Heave-Hos. Long flight. Don't know if I like that for their backs. Business class probably be up available. Freo, favourites by 9.5 points. And weird to see that the Bombers playing the MCG. They're a Marvel team, aren't they?
Mainly.
Yeah. Weird to see them. They're still in the running somehow, but if they're a car, their dashboard's lighting up.
Oh.
They're stuttering and spluttering.
Yeah.
There's a lot. They're on 10th right now on the ladder, and they need a win. They need to be big. Percentage is just stinky at the moment, 95%. And if it comes down to percentage, this is a team that's missing out.
Which it probably will.
Well, given where everyone's at, they're
Yeah.
probably, let's be completely honest about where they're at in the logjam for 7th. It's probably, who's 8th right now? Through to 12th.
Footscray. So Footscray 8th, Hawthorn 9th, Essendon 10th, Melbourne 11th, and then the Pies 12th.
So say from 7 to 12, you're vying for that last spot.
Yep.
If I'm completely honest. So if they drop one here, they're done. We're putting a line through them. Very hard to come back. I just think there's just too many questions for me that came out of last week. The first one was, what is that? That was the big one. And then the second one, which I asked a couple of weeks ago, I don't know who their dog is.
Yeah.
Last week was a perfect opportunity for Essendon's dog to be like, nah, I'm sick of getting dog walked around this stadium. Stop it. And I didn't see one person stand up and fight. That concerns me. I don't know who it is. I need to fight. I need to see a dog out there. Someone at least. No Jordan Ridley for 3 weeks, and Freo are just, they're humming. Again, called it earlier in Monday's episode. They can win the flag. Won 4 of their last 5. The Bombers have lost 4 of their last 5. Completely opposite the way these two teams are going. Opportunity for Freo to get familiar as well with grand final day.
That's very true.
Huge, the sights and sounds of Melbourne. Get familiar with the Coliseum. Hey, if it's loud in here, yeah, it is loud. It's a loud house. You know? Oh, that's where the grand final parade will go. Walk the streets. The
This is
hotel.
it.
I like this
Yeah.
pillow. Hey, when I'm back in 6 weeks, make sure that pillow's a bit softer. Or stuff like that.
100%.
I like what they're doing, Freo. I don't like what Essendon's doing. Essendon make me nervous. I'm just backing Freo, who are great, to being great again.
Yep.
And get a win here at the MCG.
And also released one of the all-time great retro round jumpers
They
this
have.
week.
Forgot about that.
That adds, are they? I'm not sure.
think they're
they
playing in that one,
probably
but-
won't, but they've released it.
They've got that as well.
I'm going Freo.
I'm giving Freo. They got too much firepower for the Bombers. I just don't think the Bombers know what. I think the Bombers has really got to a point where they're like, we don't even know what we are anymore. Mm-hmm. Just on a slide is what we are. We're on a slide, and we've got a ticket for another team to come sit next to us. And then the last game of the round is St Kilda v Brizzy. This is going to be all games this round are very good, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself in front of the TV, have some beers barking at you, and watch some games of football. Brisbane 10.5 point favourites. The Lions were 13th 6 weeks ago. They've won 8 games in a row, and they're doing it without a back line. No backline players really. Everyone was been injured or out. They're doing it without a backline, and 35-year-old Zorko, who's just lacing everyone out, playing by himself out there, getting the measurements for his All-Australian blazer. Harris Andrews will be back. The Saints, though, your mighty Saints, which you'll be working at this game, on a warpath as well. If we're not playing finals, you're not playing finals.
Well, 0.3% chance of still making the 8.
Wouldn't thought.
Well, mathematically,
Never say never.
0.3.
But if you're playing finals or thinking about playing finals, not on the Saints' watch. Even if you want to come top 8, not on their watch. Top 4, not on their watch. Not going to be that easy. They've gone from a genuine chopsticks in the eye on a weekly basis to, okay, let's just hold them by our sides. They don't need to be there, but we'll have them there. Scoring. Big time. And last time these two played, they kicked 35 goals. Not one person on that field played defense. Marvel Stadium, under a dry roof. Lions like the dry. Brizzy's hot. Saints love Marvel. It's their track. You're emceeing. Give me the Saints in a crazy upset. I think they keep rolling.
I'm so with you. I'm not just being funny. I'm so with you. We have got this arrogant swagger about us right now.
Yeah.
Where it just does not matter.
Nah.
It really doesn't.
Doesn't matter
Let's
who
come
you
out
are.
swinging.
Yeah, who you are, what your agenda is, what your plans are for September. Don't give a shit.
And if we can do what we did to them in Brisbane,
Yeah.
we bring that to Marvel. Who knows?
Forget it. Just your pressure. You bring pressure, you're all over them. If you don't, maybe a different story, but it's going to be a great game. Actually, a good way to end your weekend watching that game.
Absolutely.
Give me the Saints.
Love it, mate.
All right, here we go. The feed this week. I'm swinging for the fences here. Dangerous time to be a fence, Ollie. Keep swinging for fences.
Talk me through it.
That's our mentality. All right, so for our team DDF multi, we've got the Doggies, as we spoke about, to beat the Ds here on Friday Night Football. We've got North in the Spoon Bowl.
Yep.
Bella Spoon against Richmond. Geelong to beat Adelaide. Carlton in SP 400 to win, get back on track. And then Freo to come to Melbourne and do the business on Essendon.
I love it.
That's on the feed. All the bets on the feed, they'll be there for this round and then going forward. If you haven't checked
Absolutely.
it out, go on Sportsbet, go on the feed. It's all there. You can follow me, Ollie.
Absolutely.
Follows on there as well. Come join us. Come swing for fences. Well, hey, that's our predictions for the weekend. We are, as again, guys, just a huge weekend of football. I have no idea who's going to be in the finals. I think it'll be more clear come Monday. I think we're walking in Monday and we're going, okay, we can clearly see who we think is now. Maybe we take from 14 teams, we just draw it back into 10 or 11.
Yeah, that's probably
You
fair.
reckon?
Yeah.
10, 11, 2 spots up there, maybe in the 8 for grabs.
But within the 8, though, that could look completely different. I've got no idea what order things
No.
will,
No, definitely. Again, guys, just cannot stress how important the Blues win is.
Yeah. Be kind to one another.
Be kind to one another, look after each other, and if the Blues lose, let's not get nasty or anything.
Nope.
Let's actually praise me.
Yeah, if anything.
We should try this weird thing we do compliments this round,
Yeah.
regardless of who wins or loses.
It's like retro round. But
Just be real nice to
compliment
each
round.
other and get around each other. I think that's a good way to go about it because what I felt lately, especially the last 4 weeks for the Carlton fans, been a bit nasty.
Yeah, it's been a bit
Pointed for mine.
bit bitey.
Yeah, a bit bitey. So let's get nice and kind around each other. Let's also get around the merch.
Yes.
48 hours, my friends and family.
I want to see that many big Ollie and little Dans
Yeah, get
running
around
the
it.
footy
Once
this
again,
weekend.
48 hours. It won't be online again after that. So make sure you go and grab it right now and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Sorry, we're back. It sounds a bit weird, but we were just about to leave the studio and Ollie really got excited for some reason. Something's happened in his phone, which he hasn't told us yet, but it's big news apparently to be back in here.
Mate, Moondog44's messaged me.
So, did you message him first?
Well, not only that, I had to delete a few old messages that I had sent, and I left a couple of them.
Sorry, what did you say to him first?
Oh, just like, how freaking good's this? Or how's his son Tyson tracking? That kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Where do you live?
Yeah.
What size underwear are you?
And last night I said, Stephen bloody Milne.
Oh.
I hear someone forced you to follow me, and I'm all about it. He saw it last night, but didn't reply. But he responded during the episode and he said, ha, 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 pisser. Yeah, a couple of the Bowie, which I think, Bo Morris.
Say so.
Let's say a couple of the Bo Morris girls where I coached did, ha, ha, ha. I've already responded.
Oh, no.
I said, I respect the forceful nature greatly. Thank you, though, seriously. Do you get to many Saints games?
Oh, Ollie.
Would love to buy you a beer sometime.
Wrap it up, man.
Would love to buy you a beer sometime.
Just a perfect opportunity to give it a like and then bounce out of the chat. You didn't need to keep going on with it because now you're forcing him to, you're making it weird for him.
Yeah.
We're a unit though, you know that. You and I, we come in a pair.
Yeah.
Everything you do reflects on me.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you doing that anymore. You can't be doing that.
He responded.
What are the chances of him getting a beer with you, you reckon?
Well, I mean,
Platform 28.
I reckon if he comes to a St Kilda game, I'm an absolute lock for a beer.
I reckon if he walked in a bar, platform 28, and you've got the knock-knock chickie yelling her guts off and then you in the corner waiting with 2 beers, he's walking out.
So clearly.
Well done.
But thank you.
You happy?
And, Matt, I'm actually, I'm going red with
Do you want him to
happiness.
send you anything in the PO box?
Yeah.
In the back scratching box?
Yeah, I think he owns a cleaning company. So
Okay, no, we're not doing this. We don't want any cleaning products. No.
yeah, I would love that. Something signed would be great. Thank you, Stephen.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.